So the Daguru recently posted pictures of himself in front of this beautiful home, and the post was more like she was just thanking God for everything that he had gone through. Things were coming together, and it did seem like it that was his house. Okay, now you guys. After that, Musa Khawula had reported that Daguru and Mthembu were back together. Okay. And the house that Daguru had posted is their house together that they are sharing. Now, you guys, initially I thought there's no way, okay? Because it did feel like with Mthembu's interview that everything was just final. She wasn't holding any grudges against Daguru, but they had gone through a lot and it just wasn't going to be something that was going to work in the future. Now, but when I thought about it, I was like, so many times Musa Khawula has posted something and I'm like, there's no way. And then there's a way. And then later on, it's true, one. Two, if they're back together, it will make sense why Annie now is back on reality TV, okay? Why she agreed to do this reality TV show, because I do feel like those were the two things that she really wanted to present when it came to her on a reality show. So if she's back with her husband and their finances are sorted now, maybe better, they're doing better, they are recovering, maybe that's why she agreed to do this reality show. Okay, so you guys, in this article, they're saying a god of restoration, Daguru Mthembu, shows off his new mansion after financial struggles. After facing financial and personal challenges in recent years, businessman Daguru Mthembu appeared to be back on his feet. The estranged husband of Real Housewives of Durban star Annie Mthembu recently shared a glimpse of his new mansion on Instagram, thanking God for restoration. A God of restoration, I'm forever grateful for a second chance to rebuild. Falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done in my life. Okay. Mthembu's financial troubles began in 2021 after two of his Durban establishments were looted during the unrest. Before then, his popular restaurant Views and 25 had reportedly caught fire. Speaking to City Press in June, he said that he had been forced to take out loans to repair the damage. Loans were becoming a lot. I had a lot of pressure at home and I could not tell my wife and employees that I was in debt. All the money I was making went to pay the loans, he told the publication. Earlier this year, Mthembu made headlines when he was reported to have sold his furniture on Facebook Marketplace amid financial strain. During an interview on Mo NPD's podcast a few months ago, Duru also opened up about how alcoholism contributed to his downfall. He said that he had checked himself into a rehab which costed him 70,000 rands a month, but he relapsed. Rehabs are that expensive. Okay. People were saying a lot, so I went only for me to relapse again, he said. He said that his drinking problem started in 2019 during the COVID-19 pandemic. I asked myself if it was the end of the world, and I said, let me enjoy. For the last time, I didn't take accountability, and I was drinking every day for 2 years, trying to escape. I'm not sure if I was eating, but I know I drank. It's like I was trying to kill myself, but couldn't die. Now the entrepreneur appears to have turned his life around. He's been actively promoting his business on social media and speaking publicly about the comeback of faith and driven recovery. Okay, listen, you guys. Now, I remember on this one episode on the show, that's when really I was like, things are not right here. Because Annie had always presented her husband as, rich businessman that was making a lot of money. She worked because she wanted to work. It wasn't like she was forced to work, that kind of a situation. It was surprising to me that, remember when Annie wanted to do the surgery on her eye? It was an eye surgery that George was going to take her to the doctor to or she did take her to the doctor, but we did not see them going to the doctor, so that she can do the surgery on her eyes. Okay. Now remember that Annie has a lazy eye, and it really bothers her. She's spoken about it. Now, when she had a conversation with her husband, because she had made a decision that she would go and do this surgery, she had a conversation with Daguru and said, Jojo took me to the doctor. I think that was the conversation. And this is what they are going to do. And I'm really considering going. And then Daguru, instead of saying, of course, my wife, said, how much does it cost? Oh, I'll sort that out. You can go. Daguru says, if it bothers you that much, I think you're beautiful the way that you are. It doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you that much, you can do it. If you have money stashed somewhere, something like that, if you have money somewhere that you don't have a plan for, something like that, you can go. And I was like, so you're supposed to pay for it? Aren't you rich? Why are your wife's savings going to her surgery? Because we're thinking they are rich. So then after that, I was like, this man. And also what was talking about that scene was how surprised Annie looked also. It's almost like she was also surprised that Daguru expected her to pay for her own surgery. So that's what I was like, something's going on. Okay. Anyways, you guys, it's a good thing that Daguru has recovered and, he's all born again and all of that. But sometimes, you guys, when you're married to somebody and you want them to change and they don't, but the minute that you go your separate ways, they change. It's like, why did we have to go through all of that for you to do what you were supposed to do? So I can imagine how Annie feels. But I can also imagine her making a decision to go back to Daguru because, she said that was the man for her, honey. Okay. So now, you guys, Annie is back on reality TV. She says that it feels amazing. This is an article written on the City Press. It feels amazing, says Annie Mthembu on her comeback to the reality show. Annie Mthembu joins the star-studded African cast for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa. She says that her 2-year break helped her to focus on business, family, and personal growth. The show promises laughter, adventure, and a touch of housewives drama. Okay, listen, you guys, we will talk later on about how she is feeling in detail about getting back on reality show, and also just speaking about the cast that has been put together for the Ultimate Girls Trip. Definitely, you guys, I think it's a great cast. Hopefully we have time on this channel to watch them shows because we've been busy. Okay, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this in the comments. And do you also think that they might possibly be back together with Daguru and Annie? Remember that they are officially divorced, so they will just be starting over. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like it before, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda. Cool.